So PPT is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
All other?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give response so that I can recognize. So my name is Vaibhav Vashne, and I will be taking your physics classes. We already have an intro of vectors, I think. I already told you what is vectors, dot product, cross product. We also did some problems related to. Is there any new student who is taking the first class? Okay. You can get the recorded lectures. Means I think within 2-3 days or 1 week the university will upload it. So you can check the topics which I have covered already. And if you face any problem, you can put a message in the group, or you can send a mail to me. So I will clear that problem. Okay. Okay. So I think we discussed dot product, cross product, and few problems related to it. I also discussed gradient, divergence, curl. So we did one problem of each gradient, divergence and curl, is not it?
Yes, sir.
So have you tried any other problems by yourself? Nobody. No one has tried the problems. Okay, I will send. I have not sent you PPT yet because I am completing this PPT, and once I think by tomorrow we have 2 classes. So by tomorrow or day one more class we will finish the vector topic. So after that I will complete this PPT, then I will send it to you. And I already sent you the book which I am referring. So gradient of phi, divergence of phi, and curl also we have discussed. So now today we will discuss the physical significance of both gradient, divergence and curl. As I already told you in the previous class, we have discussed only mathematics behind these. Means what is gradient, how to solve the problem related to gradient, what is divergence. So today we will discuss what is the physical meaning of all these 3 terms. What is the name of the new student?
Pragya, sir.
Okay. So Pragya, you know what is vectors, what is dot product, what is cross product.
Yes, sir.
So you have studied in 12th class, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You must have some when you go through these notes or my PPT, the recorded lecture, you must have some problem in. You can face some problem in del operator and gradient, divergence and curl, because these are the new topics to you. So let me know after listening those lectures, and if you are not getting those lecture from university, just put a message in the group. I will send you the zip file of all the 3 lectures, so you can go through that. Okay. So let's check first the physical significance of curl. So all of you have studied this formula in the 12th class. If v is a velocity, if the v is the velocity of object and omega is the rotational velocity of object and r is the vector, position vector, you must have seen this formula in your 12th class. V is equal to omega cross r, is not it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if omega is a vector, omega 1 I cap plus omega 2 j cap plus omega 3 k cap, and r is a vector, r1 I cap plus r2 j cap plus r3 k cap. So these 3 things we have. So let's calculate the curl of v. If you calculate the curl of v, then it is del cross v, and v is omega cross r. So you can put del cross omega cross r. So curl of v is del cross omega cross r. So any problem till this point? Curl of v is equal to del cross omega cross r. If you have any problem, just say, I will explain, otherwise I will proceed.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. All other students?
No, sir. No doubt.
Okay. So see, if now we have to calculate del cross omega cross r. All of you have the copy and pen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start calculating this because I want to check your calculations. Just first calculate omega cross r in 1 to 2 minutes. You can calculate it easily by matrix method. First row is I cap, j cap, k cap. Second row is omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, and second row is third row is r1, r2, r3. So just calculate omega cross r and let me know the answer what you are getting. All of you are calculating?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good, good. Should I tell the answer?
Sir, calculated.
Calculated. Okay, let's match the answer. What are you getting? Tell me.
I cap into omega 2 r3 minus omega 3 r2
Okay.
minus j cap into omega 1 r3 minus r1 omega 3
Yes.
plus k cap into omega 1 r3 minus r1 omega 3.
Exactly. Are all getting this answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please give response if you are not getting. Don't hesitate. This class is for clearing all the doubts. Don't think that if you are not getting that you will feel low. It's not like that.
This is the first example.
Sorry. Yes, yes. This is first. This.
Actually, I attended the class late due to some technical problem.
Okay. No, no. This is the first. This is the initial topic. Physical.
I don't understand, sir.
Okay, okay. Just in the previous class I explained what is gradient, divergence and curl, and we did one problem of all three topics. So today I am explaining the physical significance of all three one by one. So first I am explaining the physical significance of curl. So as you know, this is if v is the linear velocity of an object and omega is the angular velocity of an object. Yes, yes.
Sir, I still have problem with gradient divergence.
Oh, you still have some problem. You where is the problem? Let me know. Okay. Have you tried few problems? Oh, man, it's okay.
I'm not getting the concept of gradient. It is getting mixed up.
Okay. So till dot product and cross product, it is clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So should I tell gradient, divergence and curl one more time, or should I tell the physical significance of these three? Okay, let's check the physical significance of curl first, then you will understand the meaning, because if you relate mathematics to physics, then you will get some idea. Okay. If still not it is clear, we can take one more class or even two classes for just clearing the concept of gradient, divergence and curl, because there is one new student also. She will also get to understand those three topics, and I will try to do few problems of all three, gradient, divergence and curl, because it's a mathematics part. For in online class it's very difficult to completely clear, but we will slowly you will understand, because physically you can interact more with me. But you all have my number, na? Just go through the topics. I will send you PPT today. Just go through the topics, and wherever you stuck, just let me know immediately. I will try to clear at the same time. Okay. So V is the linear velocity, omega is the angular velocity, r is the position vector, and this formula you all know from your 12th class. V is equal to omega cross r. This clear? So I am just calculating the curl of V. So curl of V is del cross V, and V is omega cross r. So it is del cross omega cross r. So first we are calculating omega cross r. So I gave all of you to calculate it, and one student has told me the answer. What's the name of the student? Adarsh? Or
Sir, Abhik.
Yes, Abhi.
Abhik, okay, Abhik has told the answer, and Abhik, repeat the answer one more time, and all the students just write down this answer and match whether your answer is matching the Abhik answer or not. Abhik, repeat your answer.
Yes. I cap into omega 2 R3 minus omega 3 R2 minus j cap into omega 1 R3 minus omega 3 R1 plus k cap into omega 1 R3 minus omega 3 R1.
K cap into omega 1 R2 होगा K वाला जो छोड़
Omega 1 R2, yeah,
हाँ,
yeah,
R2 R2.
he's right. Omega 1 R2 minus omega 2 R1. Yeah, I also did the same mistake. Okay, so all students have written this answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's calculate the del cross omega cross R. Now you have omega cross R. Just make one more matrix in which first row is ijk, second row is del by del x, del by del y, and del by del z, and third row is whatever what the answer you have written from omega cross R. Omega 2 R3 minus omega 3 R2 and all three component of that omega cross R, and calculate this and let me know the answer.
So first second row is
Second row is omega cross R. Just Abhik has told the answer, na? Omega 2 R3 minus omega 3 R2 I cap. So just put those.
this is third row.
Yeah, this is third. Second is del by del x, del by del y, del by del z. Let's just tell me why either you are getting 2 omega or not. Have you got 2 omega?
Certainly, sir, wait.
Okay.
So what is del by del x?
It's del operator, na? Del by del x. Del by del x, del by del y, del by del z. We read it like that, the del operator. Has anyone got this 2 of omega? Okay, let's you can try after class and let me know if you are not getting. So if you calculate del cross omega cross R, you must have got 2 omega. Okay, yeah,
Could show us the solution.
calculation of this. Okay, I will send you today. Means I didn't put in PPT so that you can calculate, but I will do it and I will send you. Okay.
Please send the solution once in the group.
Okay. I will send the solution in the group itself. By hand. I will do it by hand and send to you in the group.
Okay.
Huh? Okay. So
Sir, we
yeah.
have to follow
In the
follow
unofficial group.
Yeah, just tell one by one. Yes.
other few.
Okay. Let me see. Sir, please send us this one in our unofficial group.
Okay. I will send you, and I will send you the solution also. Okay. So see, we have calculated the curl of V, and we are getting answer 2 times of omega. So what is the meaning of this? And omega is the angular velocity, rotational velocity. We already know from our 12th class physics. So the meaning of this is that the curl of any vector field is connected with the rotational property. So basically curl is denoting the rotation. So is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
So because we are calculating curl and we are the result what we are getting is rotational velocity. So this directly shows that the meaning of curl is the rotation. So it shows the rotation property of the vector. On whatever vector field we are applying the curl, it shows the rotational property of that vector. So if we are getting the curl of any vector 0, basically it means that that vector is not rotating. So this point is clear.
Yes, sir.
Because a curl of any vector is 0 means its angular velocity is rotational velocity is 0, and if rotational velocity is 0, then that vector is not rotating. It's a still vector. Yeah, you can say constant vector. Not always constant because it has linear velocity. It can have linear velocity, but its rotational velocity is 0. This point is clear. So this is the main physical significance of curl. It is showing the rotational property of a vector field. ये किसी भी एक वेक्टर की rotational property को दर्शाता है कि वो वेक्टर कितना रोटेट कर रहा है, कितना नहीं कर रहा है. ठीक है. Now we can go. So let's check the physical significance of gradient. So del of phi is the gradient we have studied. So if we are calculating del of phi, it is del phi by del x, del phi by del y, and del phi by del z. So phi is a function of x, y, z, and these all are independent variables. We did one question also in which I have taken phi as a function of x, y, and z. So if you want to write the differential of phi means d of phi. So you can write in this way: d of phi is equal to del phi by del x dx plus del phi by del y dy plus del phi by del z dz. The differential of any vector you can write in this form. This you can note also. Whenever you want to write the differential of any vector, you can write in this form: del phi by del x dx plus del phi by del. In place of phi there is any function, any vector. This point is clear. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So wait.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can write. I will stop this. Even today itself I will send you this PPT. So don't worry if you can not able to write. Today itself I will send you the PPT. So see, you can break this right hand side into two vectors. One is this del phi by del x I cap plus del phi by del y j cap plus del phi by del z k cap dot dxi plus dyj plus dz k cap. Because when you do the dot product, I dot I1, j dot j1, k dot k1, so you will get this right hand side. And if you see this first term till this is the del of phi. See above, you can match this del of phi. So this is del of phi. So del of phi dot and this bracket term is d of r. If r is x of I, y of j plus z of k, then we can write it as d of r. So this whole term is del of phi dot d of r vector. If you expand this, we know that dot product include the cos theta, so this will be magnitude of del of phi, magnitude of dr into cos theta, where theta is the angle between del of phi and dr. So if theta is equal to 0, theta is equal to 0 means cos of theta is 1, and this cos of theta is the maximum value of 1. So this term del phi dot dr is 1. So if we put cos of theta is equal to 1 means theta is equal to 0, then we will get the maximum value of d of phi. D of phi is maximum when theta is equal to 0, means cos theta is equal to 1. It is this property of del phi which gave its name gradient. In the previous class also I told you that this vector denotes the value of maximum projection. So if you are taking this theta as 0, cos theta is 1, and then d of phi is maximum, then this differential vector is maximum. This is what actual gradient is showing. This is the physical significance of gradient. It is showing the maximum change of any vector. Any problem in this?
No sir, it's clear.
Yeah, if all other student can also answer, means if you have any problem just ask, because these things will be used later, and this whole topic is basically numerically based. So if topic is not clear, you cannot able to do the numericals. So these all points should be clear in your mind, that what is the physical significance of curl, what is the physical significance of divergence. So I am asking other students also, let me know what if there any problem.
Understood that d phi by dx part.
Okay.
Point number 8 and 9.
Point number 8 and 9. See this point d of phi, this you have to remember now every time. Just learn this if you want to write the, see this d of phi is full differential, full derivatives. You have studied I think in the 12th class also, na, dx by dy. There you have used the derivative or differential. So this d denoting that differential. So if you want to write the differential of any function in terms of partial derivative, and if it's a function of 3 variables x, y, z, then you have to write in this way as I have written. If there is one more variable, suppose there is other than x, y, z, suppose there is one more variable u in there, then there will be one more term in this, plus del phi by del u into d of u.
Okay, sir.
So this you have to,
From point 8 to 9, how it is from?
yeah, that's, let me know. Just if you do the dot product of these two, which I have written in the equation 9, then is not it you will get equation 8, because see I dot I is 1, then del phi by del x into dx. If you do the dot product of I and j, this is 0, so second term goes. Then again if you multiply del phi by del x with this k of dz, I dot k is 0, this term goes. So from del phi by del x you will get only first term, del phi by del x into dx. In the same way you will get one term from del phi by del y. In the same way you will get third term from del phi by del z. So this is how I have just broke this. Now clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And after that I have just put this, the value of this first vector as a del phi, second one is dr, and if cos theta is 1, then this is the maximum value. So this d phi is maximum when phi theta is equal to 0, and this is the physical significance of gradient. It is showing the maximum differential. So this point is clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You will slowly you will understand, because you have not read all these things previously till 12th class. Del, and gradient. So once you start reading this and start doing 2-3 questions, so you will used to all these topics. So I will suggest you to start doing problems. I have sent you the book, the Spiegel book, in the group. So those book have many problems on all topics. It has almost 20-30 problems, and I will give you assignment also after this week, means once we finish the tomorrow classes. After that I will start giving you the assignments. In that I will put some different question from that book. So try to do as much questions as possible and ask me wherever you stuck. Once you start doing problems, then all these things will be clear. What is phi, what is del, what is del phi dot dr, what is divergence, what is curl. Then you will understand the theory more clearly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we have cleared the physical significance of curl. We have cleared the physical significance of gradient. Now let's move to the physical significance of divergence. I don't know whether it will be finished in today's class or not, but let's try. So consider a vector field, the vector of water flow. Consider a water flowing, and consider that vector as a of r. A of r means a is a function of distance, or r. So, and what is a of r denoting? It is mass of water crossing a unit area perpendicular to direction per unit time. So basically A is mass per unit area per unit time. This is clear?
So tell once more.
Yeah. A is denoting the mass of water flowing or crossing per unit area per unit time. है ना? So now take a small volume dV and let's calculate how much water is coming in and out of that volume. So this is the figure of that volume. See, this is a small volume. It's this side is dx, this side is dy, this side is dz. So the sides which have put the lines, we are calculating through these sides, and then we will sum over all the 6 sides. So if you take this side, then the normal is, if area of this side is dx into dz, because this plane is in xz plane. You can see that this is xz plane, and in xz plane if you calculate the area, this is dx into dz, and its direction is perpendicular to the surface, and the perpendicular is in y, positive y direction. So this is dx dz into j cap. This term is clear, or any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All other students, is there any doubt, or this area element is clear? ds is equal to dx dz j cap. Okay. In a same way, if you calculate the area element of this will be dx dz, but now the perpendicular to the surface is in opposite direction, and that opposite direction is y, minus of y. So this is minus dx dz j cap. This point is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what there I have written. Consider the volume element dV. If you calculate the volume, it will be dx dy dz. And think first about the face of area dx dz perpendicular to y axis and facing outward in the negative y direction. That is the one with surface area ds is equal to minus dx dz j cap. So this thing I have clear how we are getting this minus dx dz j cap. So now calculate the component of this vector normal to the surface. So if you calculate the component of this A vector normal to the surface, and normal to the surface is j, and we know that if you want to calculate the component of any vector along any direction, we just do the dot product of that vector with the unit normal. You remember this? I think I explained this in the first class itself. So we are calculating the component of A along j, so it should be A dot j cap. So it will be A of y, because if you do the dot product, j dot j remains and I dot j and I dot k is 0. So it is A of y, means y component of vector A. This is clear? So if you now calculate the flux of this A vector, are all of you know the formula of flux from your 12th class? Flux is equal to multiplication,
Integral of
Area into magnetic.
exactly, area into that vector. So if you are calculating the flux of A, it is A dot ds, and if you do the dot product of A with this ds element, you will get this A y dz, and this y in the bracket is showing that it is at this point, this y, it is just showing the function of y. This is not in multiplication. This y in bracket is just showing that A of y is a function of y. It's not include x or y. Okay. So if you calculate the same area element at this, so this we have calculated at this phase, first phase. If you calculate it at the second phase, this positive one, then we will get this. See, because now we have moved the distance dy. If this point is y, then we have moved the distance dy. So now this will be A of y, y plus dy dz dx. And now we know if we want to write the differential of any vector, since dy we have to write dy, it should be del of ay upon del of y into d of y. This point is clear?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, you didn't understood. Okay. Oh. Till this point it is clear. This till this point A dot ds. Hello.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, till this point it's clear. Okay, so see that this expression we have calculated at this first phase, and if you consider the means this point as a y, so now we are moving in this direction and coming to this plane, and see the distance between these two plane is dy, this dy, hai na?
So we have to add that dy.
Yeah, okay. Now that we are taking, and we know that if we want to write the differential of any vector, we have this term I explained previously. If you want to, hai na? So that's how we have written this. So the total outward amount of flux from these two vectors, we have to add both this flux and this flux. If you add these two flux, you will get this. Is anyone asking any question?
Sir,
Yes, yes.
sir, only for the y term we don't have to do that partial derivative. But in the differentiation of the y term, that time we have to do the partial derivative.
No, I didn't repeat your question.
Sir, here in that equation,
Yes, yes,
it is ay into y plus dy.
yes,
So for y we don't have to do the partial derivative. Only for the dy term we have to do it.
yes, yes. Only not that x and y, because those will be cancelled out. Because now we are dealing only with y, so this includes only y.
Okay.
Because a of y is a function of y only. So if it is a function of x and z also, then there are two more terms will come in. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if you add this expression and this expression, you will get this del of see this first term will be cancelled out because this term is negative in the first expression and positive in this. So you will get this del of ay upon del y dy dx dz is equal to and dy into dx into dz. This is volume. You can write dv. So this point is clear. So see this I have calculated only through the y plane. Same will come through x plane and same will come through the z plane. The only difference is in place of y it will come x and z. This dv will remain same. So if you calculate the total flux over the whole cube, this will be this this expression, the sum of all three component x, y and z. And this bracket term you can write as a del dot a. This is clear that if you broke this into two vectors, del of del x I cap plus del of del y j cap plus del of del z k cap dot ax of I plus ay of j plus az of k, then you can write it del dot a into dv. See, now the main thing is we start calculating the flux of A, and what we are getting is divergence of A. So what it basically means that the flux of A is the divergence of A. This is the physical significance of divergence. It shows the total efflux of the vector from the given surface. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in the last line, can you make us understand also?
Yeah, definitely. So this vector is clear how we are getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you do the same procedure for x plane, you will get a del ax upon del x into dv. If you do the same for the z plane, you will get del az upon del z dv. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
So you will get three component, and since we are calculating the total outward flux, you have to add all three component, and if you add all three component, dv will come out common outside, and inside you will get these three terms, del ax upon del x plus del ay upon del y plus del az upon del z. This point is clear?
Yes, sir.
So now this bracket term is nothing but del dot a. If you break it into two vectors, del of del like I did in the gradient, del phi dot dr, it's the same. So now what is, we start calculating the flux, actually outward flux, but the result we are getting is the divergence of A. So it means the divergence denote the flux. The physical significance of divergence is flux. Now clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
I know you must have not understood it fully, but we will discuss it again in the next class also. Since there is no hurry in finishing the syllabus. Syllabus we can finish any time, but the main thing is you have to understand all this concept very clearly, slowly. So we will repeat these three things. Just go through the notes or PPT, and next class we will discuss again. All
Sir.
yes.
Sir, in the last line it will be dl dot a or del a dot dv.
Del dot a. Del dot a dv.
Sir, no, but in the phi one we did del phi dot dr.
In
Where in
Just-
when it was
okay.
phi, when phi was the function of x, y, z,
okay, there you are
phi
telling.
dot dr.
There you are telling. Yeah, because the both are, see, this phi is including with del itself, and phi is a scalar function. But there a is a vector. In this a is a vector, है ना?
Yes.
Phi is a scalar, it can directly go inside, but a is a vector, it cannot go directly inside. It will do the dot product. Now clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we will stop the today class. You all have the test link.
Yes, sir.
So